Welcome friends. So today I will show you the most frequently used pandas techniques in data science, or you can say machine learning, wherever you want to do. So this class would be the master class for you if you want to practice yourself and you want to get your hands dirty with pandas, because pandas is the fundamental libraries which is used in data science, machine learning, data analysis, whenever, wherever, whatever you see Python, it would be the most used library. So let us start. Uh, so this is like the first we'll import the pandas as PD and numpy as NP. Okay. Now next thing what I will do for your simplicity, I will start this kernel from the first. So it would be very easy and very good for you. Okay. So I have imported this pandas library. Now what I will do, I will first create this series. Okay. So in the pandas, in Python there is there are many data structure. One is like a series and data frame. So we'll just hang over in between series and data frame, and in between we'll also take the help of the third called arrays, which we can get it through numpy. Okay, so this is series. So series is nothing but the one dimensional objects which can be created using pd dot series method. Ensure the Python is very case sensitive, so you should be very aware about this font as well. Okay, so here I have created one series, and let us print the series. What is this? So here you can see like it is one dimensional arrays, one dimensional objects you can see. In this case the data type is float, and here there is one element called np.nan. So intentionally I have put it here nan, that means nothing. Okay, so total data elements are 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, and one more important thing is Python's series start numbering from 0, not from the 1. So if somebody says you what is the fifth element, okay, so in this case my fifth element will be 4, not 5. 1 2 3 4 5, that will be my fifth element. And if somebody says what is the index number fifth, okay, so index number fifth would be this. All right, so please keep in mind. Next is let us create the date range. So I will use a pandas function called date range, and will give any date structure. So a date structure would be 4 digits of year, 2 digits of month, and 2 digits of any date. Okay, and next is a period. So how much long you need it, 1 2 element 3 element, like 1 to 5 or 1 to 31st, whatever. So I will get it here 6 elements. If I want to say I want 31st, I will get it. Okay, so this is the beauty of this date range. Now what I will do, I will create the data frame, which is the main purpose. So pd.data frame, here I will give element values. So it would be random values, np.random.randint. So 6 4 means there would be 6 rows and 4 columns, and my index would be this dates. Okay, and the column name would be a b c and d. Let us see what happens. So this what we understood, that these are data are our is our index, a b c d is our column, and in between these all values are there. Here you can see 6 4, 6 means 6 rows and 4 means 4 column. Great. Now the next thing is, you can also create this data frame using the dictionary. Okay, dictionary in Python is like one unique thing which has a dix values and keys. Okay, so this is values, and value will always come in this comma. Okay, and in after column there would be sorry, this is a keys, and keys will always comes into the double quotation and followed by values. So these all are value belongs to specific key. So if I say d, so whatever these values will come, np.numpy 3 and multiply by 4 data types integer. Okay, this will be the value of this key element. All right, so let us see what will happen. So it will give us the data frame. So the fundamental things is pd.data frame in round bracket within the round bracket you have to give the dictionary and make sure dictionary always start from the curly brace. All right, so this becomes my data frame. Now I want to check the data type of each and every column, so I can get df2 dot d types. So it will give you the data types, whether it is a float, integer, categories, or object, or whatever. Next, I want to see the first data, first five data sets. Okay, so I will give df.10, so I'll get the first five. If I want to check the last five, 10. Okay, so this is a very handy function. If you want to give any specific numbers of data set, you can give, say for example, 6. So it will display you 6. Likewise, till 6. You can get the last 6 elements from your data. All right, now if you want to check the what is the index, so DataFrame dot index, it is one method. If you give them, you will get the index. All right, if you want to get the columns, it is frequently used. What are the columns? So df name of the DataFrame dot columns. All right, now if you want to convert these val data frame to numpy, you can do, but the condition is all your element in the data frame should be in the same format. If it is, for example, one is object and one is numpy, then it will be very ambiguous. It will convert only the element which have numeric values. Okay, so it will be converted into numpy. Now the same functionality, df2 to numpy. So wherever the integer would be there, it would be converted into numpy. See, for example, here these are the numeric object and categorical. It will not be converted into numpy. All right, now if you want to check the statistical summary of your data set, so you can use a describe method. Okay, this is a describe function, df dot describe, and then curly brace. So you will get the mean, median, mode, count. This all statistic summary which is used in exploratory data analysis. Now if you want to change, if you want to make this column into rows and rows into column, you can just do the transpose df.t. So you will get this column as a row and row as a column. All right, now if you want to sort your values, it is very useful. In practical case, you sometimes you might be asked to sort some certain values based on a specific column. Say for example, if I want to sort by b, okay, or if I want to sort by rows or column, you can do it like that. For example, first I will sort the values by axis in the sense 0 means rows and 1 means column. Okay, and here ascending is equal to false, means your all data would be sorted by descending order. Okay, let me do it. So here you can see all your data has been sorted by descending order from the index. In the initial things, you might have seen the index start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 date wise, right? Here it is a reverse descending order. All right, so now next thing, as I said you, if you want to do filter your data by any of these column values, you can do it by using the sort value function. Okay, so in sort values, what you need to do, you need to give by is equal to what column you want to get it sorted. So here I have given b and ascending is equal to false, so it will give me this all data frame by descending order of this b column. Okay, let us see. Here you can see the all data of B are in descending order. So it is very useful in data analysis. If you master it, you can beat any inter equations. All right. Now next is if you want to go by indexing method like lock and iloc method, it is very popular and quite speedy compared to the list methods. Okay, so let us go with what is a df. Initially our df data frame is abcd. Now I want to get only specific data of a column. So what you can do, you can use the list this square bracket and give the column name in inverted comma, okay, double quotation. So you will get the values of all a. If you want if you also want C, say for example. Okay, so what I will do, I will give A comma C and double bracket, sorry, you have to give a double bracket, not a single bracket. So you will get A and C. Okay, so this is the basic fundamental things. If it is a single, don't worry, just hit a column. All right, next is if you want to get this all data of df by this 0 to 3 number index, you can get it df 0 to 3. Okay, but make sure that it will also come with all these columns, because we have not mentioned anything about columns. Likewise, if you want to give a specific index base, you can also do, say for example here 0 2 and 0 4. If you want to get in between 0 2 and 0 4, you can get it. Okay, so this is customization time. Next is selection by labels. So labels means if you want to get your data by any column or something, you can also get the same thing. Say for example, this is our data set, and we want to get the first element, first index. This date is nothing but our initial definition. Here it would be this first element 0. So you will get the all element belongs to each column abcd at 0 index. Say for example, if I say 0 to 5, 0 to 4, I will get 0 to 4. Okay, now next thing is if you want to get specific columns including all rows, you can also get it. See, first column is all rows. Okay, so if you put double comma, okay, double quotation, sorry, colon, so you will get all rows. Now you can select by column. So if I give a and b, I will get a and b column by all rows. Okay, you can use a df dot lock method. Now this slicing, you would be also, you can also perform that. You want a specific rows and specific column, so use a df.log specific index of your rows and specific columns. In if you want to give column, please be ensure, but it should start and end with square bracket. Okay, so you will get it. And by the way, if you want to do hit enter, if you want to run this cell, you can do by multiple way. Either click on this run button or shift enter. I usually prefer a shortcut key to process. Now the same thing, if you want specific rows after, if you want to reduce the dimension of this return object, or you can say you want to get some specific rows after your selection criteria, you can also do like that. Say for example here, if I give a specific rows number, P, ensure that we are giving in double quotation. It is very important. Okay, so you will get all element of A and B from this two onwards, because we are given this comma. Okay, now if I want to do get the scalar values, scalar in the sense you can give a specific location in the sense we have given the index values in form of dates. You can give that value of the dates 0 first place, you can get the same values. Okay, so that is a beauty, and you can also add any column if you want. Okay, next is selection by position. Now this is our master data frame. I want to select a column from 3 to 5. I need to use ilog, df.ilog and 3 to 5. Okay, so I will get all these rows that has the index position starting from 3 and up to 4, but not including 5. Okay, as I told you earlier, this pythonic indexing position start from 0 1 2 3 4 5. Okay, so this 3 means the value would be at what would be the value of Pythonic index 3? It would be 4 and 5. Okay, 5 would be 6. Now next thing is I want to do the slicing of rows and slicing of column as well. Okay, so this is my data frame. I want the Pythonic index 3 to it will start from 3 and end with 5, but 5 will not come. And my column will start from 0 and end with 2, but 2 will not come, 0 and 1. Okay, so A and B, right? So this is a slicing and dicing method. It is very, very, very important. Please keep in your mind. Uh, this in data frame df.ilog method, if you want to get the specific number, index number, so you can give in bracket, square bracket, inside square bracket. Okay, so it will only throw you the index value 1 4 and 1 2 and 4. Okay, and here 0 and 2. Okay, so you will get through ilog method, you will get the index based values. If you want to do the explicit row slicing, you can also do by df.ilog 0 to 5. Okay, and then you can get all your columns. Okay, super. Next is slicing column explicitly. So slicing column means if I give my column from 1 to 3. Okay, so it will not include the 1, but it will include 2 and 3. So original is 1 2 3 4. Okay, if I give 1, so it will not consider A as a value. Okay, it will start from B onwards, and last index last values will be included. So it will be C, because if I remove it, okay, so 2 and 3 it would be considered. Next, if you want to get a specific values, rows by rows and columns, you can give the specific rows and column index. It is not widely used. And if you want to access the very fast thing, you can get df.in. Usually it is rarely used. People often use lock and ilog. Okay, now important thing comes boolean indexing. I prefer it to use many times, which we have the conditional filtering requirement in the data frame. So let us first understand again what is a data frame. My data frame is df. Okay, now in specific case, what I want the data frame of a value, this a values, which is greater than 0. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to give all this condition in square bracket. Again, the give the specific column reference which should be greater than 0. Okay, so I will get a data from the all data frame where this value will be greater than 0. So you can see 1 2 and 3, 3 column, 3 records are in negative, so this will not come. Okay, which are that? First, third and sixth. First, third and sixth record would not be there. Okay, rest record will be followed. All right, so this is very, very useful. Now if you want your data frame value should be greater than 0, you can also follow the same thing. Now you can see there will not be any values where non-zero elements are there. Okay, because it will throw you non-value. It is very, very useful. Now I will copy this data frame, and we will use this easing method in filtering. This is also very, very useful method. So I will copy this df data frame, and I will add one values. So if you want to add any column in data frame, this is also very important. You have to give the all values in square comma. If it is a one value, if it is more than one value, then it should be in double bracket. Okay, so I want a column E with which has the values like this. Okay, so I will give them in list. So these are my integers. Sorry, these are my objects. Okay, so one column will be included. You can see here it is included. Okay, now what I want to do, I want to get the values. See, this is a DF, original data frame, which I have taken it. Okay, now what I want, this data frame DF2's E value, if there are 2 and 4, then give me the values. Let me give you a fresh look. So this is my original data, new created data frame. I want from this all data frame where E has values 2 or 4, this 2 or 4. Okay, so what I will do, I will take one df2 in bracket. Again, my conditional criteria is df2 column, which column I want of values from E. Okay, what I will do is in bracket, in round bracket, what values I need two values, so I will use a list method. First value is 2 in double quotation, sorry, and second value will be 4. Okay, then give hit. So from this entire data frame, it will be filtered based on these two conditions. You will get that record of the remaining data frame. It is very very useful if you do machine learning predictions. If you get predictions and if you want to join by index with original data frame, this isInt function is primarily used. I personally use this function because of its handy. It's a pretty good and simple structure. Now, what I will do, I will create one series which has some specific values, and its index would be from date, any date. So I have specifically given second date of January. Okay, so this is one of my series which I have created. Index I have customized given, series number of element 6 I have given periods. Okay, so going this is the series which you can create by giving some specific values in list. So if you have noticed, all multiple values are given in list. Okay, so this is the very important thing which anyone should consider. Now if I want to filter the values by label, you can also do that. Okay, see, say for example, data frame. Okay, fine. So if you want to set any values by position, you can do it. You can, yeah, I have given 0, 0.0. Okay, all right. So this is nothing but it will ask you if 0 is in this data frame or not. Okay, next condition is okay, where. Yeah, where condition is very very useful in the data frame. So I have created a copy of this data frame, and what I will do, uh, I will first print this df2 series, df2. Okay, so here you can see all values have specific unique values. If I do the filtering formulas like df2, in this df2 all values should be greater than 0. Okay, sorry, I should not keep as double equal to. Okay, so all values would come where df value is above 0 is equal to, if I do minus df2, okay, so what will happen, all values would be negative. Just check it, all values should be negative because I have given the values negative index for values above 0. So whatever positive integers were there, I have also converted them into negative. Okay. Now, the next thing is indexing method. If you want to reset the index, you can do the same thing, but the thing is, what you need to give? You need to give the specific index number, column number, and whatever you want to. Say, for example, uh, this is DF. I will first bring DF. What is mean by DF? This is a DF, our original index data frame. Now I want to change the specific index. Okay, so what I will do, I will use a DF dot reindex in bracket. Index is equal to dates 0 to 4. Okay, so this new data frame would be it will take the index from 0 to 4. Column would be df dot column, whatever the column is there, plus e. So new column would be added. Here you can see new column has been added. Okay, now if you want to keep the value of new column as something, so you have to give the specific location of this column and put the values. Okay, so if I want to keep the space location of the specific values, I will take df1 dot lock method, and where is my location? My location would be, this would be the 0. Data 0 means first row, and column data 1 would be e. So this would be e and value 1. Now we'll check the values. You can see my value has been changed to 1 word. Okay, because I have given the value of 1 to specific rows. Okay, so that's quite useful when you want to fill a specific values inside your data frame. Now next thing is, if you want to drop any values, you can also drop this value. I will first show you what is df1 data frame. Now these are the nons. So if you want to drop non values, so it will also remove this all rows. So you can do df1 dot drop na, how is equal to n. Okay, you'll only get where the values are there. If you want to fill this null value, then you can give any specific value. Say for example, if I want to fill this values by 5, give the df1 dot fill and values is equal to 5, you will get this 5 values. Okay, now uh, I want to check the boolean condition. Pd dot is n means is there any null values? If yes, then it will show you true. If no, then everything will be false from this data frame. Because here you can see these are the null values, so it is showing false, true. Otherwise, it would be false. Okay. Now next is operations. Okay. If we want to do some specific mean, medium, mode operations from this data set, you can also get it. So what would be the mean of my data? So mean is basically done on the column basis. What here 0 minus 0.02 is whatever the column value of a is there, average of this a would be minus 0.02. Likewise. Okay, if you want to do on any other axis, you can also do this. For example, these are based on 0 axis. Sorry, these are based on the row axis 0. If I want to do on column axis, I can also do like that. So 1 means y axis, or you can say column, and 0 means rows. Okay, the operation you want to perform on specific row or index. 0 means row and 1 means column. Now I sometimes I need to take back some you can say, if I given you the 5 numbers, 5 elements, I want to start my operation after 2 elements. So what you need to do, you need to just add dot shift after your data frame and give the space what you want to shift. Say for example, if I give shift 0.02, then here 1 2 3 4 5 6 six elements are there. My operation will start after two elements. Okay, so this is the beauty of this index. First value will be considered as a none, and this value will be followed. So here total index, total elements will are 6. Okay, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So since I have given them instructions shift to, after 2 you can plot all these values. So 1 3 5 none will be followed. 6 and 8 will not come because total in length of this series is only 6. Okay, so this is a beauty. Now if I want to shift by any in axis, if I want to do, I can also follow the same. This is followed by rows, this is followed by column. Here s series is there and we need to use sub function. X is equal to index, so in first and second index nothing would be there, and from next onwards all element would start. All right, good. Now apply is also quite useful. It is basically used to apply any predefined user function in data frame. Okay, so let us just check again what is df. Okay, and I want to do then cumulative sum. Okay, so df dot apply np dot come sum. So it will give you the summation of your all values by using apply method. Okay, there is also one other method called lambda as well. You can also perform lambdas. This is called anonymous method. So df dot apply, here this is a customized function if you want to perform on each and every element. So if I use lambda x into x dot max minus x dot mean. Okay, so what it will return to me, this is just any element. Okay, so it will take max and minus mean. So it means x dot max and x dot mean. So it will take from this a max minus mean. Okay, so that would be the thing. You would be surprised like why it is 3.0. So max would be 1.2, 1.6, and minimum would be something that would be cumulatively added. There are 6 elements, so it will be added 6 times. So finally the values would be 3. Okay, so this is customized function. Now histogramming is there. So let us create one series pd dot series np dot random radian 0 to 7. 0 is nothing but the mean and 7 is the standard deviation, and number of element would be 10. So it will start from 0 to 9. Okay, and now I want to do the count, how many unique counts are there. These are the values, how many unique counts are there. So I can use as dot value counts. Okay, so I can see three numbers are repeated three times, two times, four numbers are repeated two times. Likewise, this is the count and these are the element values. Okay, now next is a string series. Okay, so far we have seen 1 2 3 4. Likewise, now I want to apply, do something with the strings. So I written pd dot series in brackets, in round bracket, in list I have given specific series name. So these are my series. Now if you want to do the upper, if you want to convert into the lower, you can use ask dot str dot lower, so everything would be in lower. If you want to do in upper, it would be in uppercase. Str dot s s dot str dot upper, so it will be converted into upper. Okay, now next one is a concatenate. What is concatenate? Concatenate is one thing that used to connect all parts together with reference to specific rows or column. Okay, so let us create one data frame np.random.rand integer 10 to 4. Okay, so as I informed you earlier, rand integer 10 means row, 4 means column, 10 rows, 4 columns. Okay. Now I will do one thing. I will split this data frame into multiple parts. Say for example, in list, what I did, I have split it into one part that value start from after uh, 3 onwards, then second is from 3 to 7 index, and next is after 7 index everything would be there. Okay, and this will be up to 3 index. Okay, so let us uh, check what is piece. So these are my pieced values. Okay, now I want to connect all these values and create a single data. What I can do, pd.concat and put this pieces, so everything would be connected. Now if you want to convert this arrays into data frame, I can also suggest one more thing. What you can do, you can just try data frame pieces. However, I don't suggest this thing because it will take 3 index 1 2 3 and we'll try to plot each and every value. So here it has given me the arrow. Okay, so just leave it. Next is join. So join, if you have used SQL, okay, you might have come across various join. It can also perform the same thing. First let me create the data frame. I have created left data frame by dictionary. This is my key and this is my values. Okay, keys and values. So my data frame is first data frame left is this, likewise right is this. Okay, now what is a unique value, unique thing is like it has two rows, two rows, two columns, two rows, two columns. Now I want to merge all this both by key values. Okay, wherever key is there, here you can see in key column and key column are same in both data frame. So I want to do, so what I will do, I will use pd.merge first data frame, second data frame, and on which data frame you want to join. So I will get 3 and 4, here values 1 2 3 4, so I will get accordingly. All right, another example is let me just create a left data frame, next data frame. If I want to change the position, here I have given left and right. Here I will use left right and value would be on key. Okay, so this is also what unique things you can use on your daily analysis. Next is a grouping. Okay, so for grouping you need to understand that if you want to group by anything, then you should have some labels. Okay, you can sort based on labels. So let us create one data frame. It has 8 elements and 4 columns. Okay, 8 rows and 4 columns. Now what I want to do, I want to do the group by this a column, because a has some specific values. Okay, and what would be the values, the values would be the C and D. You always see whatever you want to do the grouping, it would always come in round bracket. Round bracket, it will be a label, and in your double square bracket it would be the column values. Okay, this column list has a specific meaning. It will only contain the values, not the strings. Okay, so let us do, and what you want to do, If you want to do sum, it will do sum. Then average, mean, max, whatever you want to do, it will perform. So here I have done it by group by A. So bar and foo. Okay, and their value start from the column name is C and D, and the sum would be whatever the C would be there. It would be the sum of this foo and bar. So it is very interesting thing. Okay, if you want to do group by A and B, you can also do, because here you can see A and B both are the straight labels. So it will give what you need to understand. You need to give the input in the round bracket, okay, and need to give any condition, sum, divide, average, mean, max, whatever. Okay, so you will get all C and D value by A and B. Okay, if I change it B and A, you will get the same B and A by column. Okay, so this is a good interesting things to process. Third is a reshape. Next is a reshaping. So let us see, let us create one tuple. So this is one tuple with the zipping values. Okay, so next what I will do, I will just change this index to multi-index. Okay, so what it means, it means that first, and I want to just give the name of this column, multi-index column, first and second. So here what I did, I have used this Pandas powerful series multi-index from tuples. Okay, and wherever I have created these tuples, it will take tuples and their name would be first and second. So here it has given names first and second. Okay, now let us create one sample data set. Here np.random.rand integer 8 rows into column index is equal to my this new index which I have created, and the column name would be A and B because we are given first and second. So here my column name would be A and B. Okay, so this is my data frame. Now uh, what I want values up to 4. 4 is nothing but the index location. Okay, so I will get the values up to 4 rows but not including 4, 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay, good. Now next thing is pivot. So pivot is also quite useful in pandas. So first let us create the data frame called df. Its label start from a b c d e, basically using the dictionary method. I have created a data frame. Okay, so in this case I have totally 12 rows and 5 columns. Okay, now please keep in mind this three columns are strings. D and E have values. Okay, now I want to pivot this data, but pivot in the sense what you want to do in pivot. So I will use a pd.pivot table. Okay, and in square bracket I will take a df is the data frame which you want to do, and what will be the values, I will take the values d. Okay, d column would be my values. Okay, and what would be your index? So say for example I want to give index by a and b, and what would be the column would be my c. Okay, so let us see what is the result. So it has thrown me this value. Now let us understand how this came. So first, what is the data set? Data frame is df. Okay, values are d. That means whatever the values here are there, it is taken from d. Okay. Now next is the index. What is the index? Index would usually start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, here what I have given the criteria, index would be a and b. First value would be a and second value would be b. So first value is a. What is the distinct things? 1 2 3, total 3 would be there. Okay, 1 2 and 3. And in b, what are the maximum values? A b c. Okay, so that would be a b c. So it has been sorted likewise. Okay, and I have given the column is equal to c. This is a column. So what is the column values? Foo and bar. So there are only two unique values, foo and bar. So all data are sorted accordingly. Again, I'm repeating, this is df data frame. You need to take the values for pivot. If your values is not there, you can't do anything in pivot. Then your index position is a and b. So whatever the values has been given, it will take as a reference, and this c would be your columns. Okay, so it is very very useful. Now if you take going forward, we'll go to the time series. So date range, which we saw earlier, it is quite popular to use. Pd.date range, give any specific date in string format. Periods would be 100, so it will be like 100 elements, and frequency would be s. Okay, seconds. So up to seconds you will get all this data. Now if you want to reshape this data, if you want to create any series using this data, you can do it. Like how pd dot series np dot random dot random integer 0 start, and n would be 500, and length would be the this index. Whatever the length would be, this new index, it would be there. Okay, and index would be the rng. So rng is nothing but the first data date time index which we created. Okay, so let us see what time series shows. Okay, so this I have created ts series for from time series. Now if I want to resample 5 minute, so what it will throw, it will give me the summation of this 5 minute element likewise. Okay, it is not frequently used, so we can just learn for this information purpose. Now next thing is categorical. Now categorical is quite unique. Rarely it is used. Let us just understand. I have created one data frame using uh, id and row grade columns. Okay, and some values, random values are fitted. Now if you want to convert this data types into some specific data types, you can also do like that. Say for example, this is a grade. I want to change the grade data type to category. You can use as type by categories. Okay, so here you can see the grade data type is category. So it's quite useful. Now let us create one list called new categories. Now if you want to give new categories a name to this existing data column grade, you can do that. Df in list grade is equal to df grade dot cat rename categories, new category names. So now the grade name would be new categories. Whatever you have given here, it will be changed to new grade categories. Yeah. Now next thing is, if you want to change the category names wherever the missing values is there, you can simply use the same df dot list method and put a cat dot set categories and give the specific index values, so it will be replaced in grade. Okay, so that's quite good. Now next thing is plotting. So whatever you observe, if you plot it in graphical form, it is very very useful. So just import this matplotlib dot pyplot as plt, and close all the existing plts whatever if you have imported. Now I want to plot some data set. So in order to do that, what I will do, I will first create some series, pd.series, np.random.rand integer 1000, index, what would be the index, pd.date range. I am giving just some specific date range starting from 1 1 2000. Okay, and period is 1000. I will randomly give. So let us take, and I will do the cumulative sum of this TS. Now I will plot. So I can use the ts.plot function. So it will throw me the cumulative sum starting from 0 to 1000 in a graphical format. Okay. Now you will surprise why it is start from 2000 and this 2002, because I have given specific number 1000 element. So altogether if you cumulatively do summation by month, it would be 1000. Okay, so main purpose is to plot. So you can use a sum function and use a DataFrame dot plot. Simply you can get it a plot function. Now let us create one another data set called df. What is a df? Okay, these are the data frame, 1000 rows and 4 columns. np.random.rand integer index is equal to ts.index, this index which we have created earlier, and column would be abcd. Okay, now what this df will do, it will do the cumulative sum of this all index. Okay, so yeah, now if I want to do, I can do it by plt dot figure. Okay, so it will throw me the basic canvas size. This is 640 by 480. Okay, and I need to take df.plot function. So it will give you the plotting views of your all columns abcd in a cumulative manner. Okay, so this is the beauty of your data frame. Make sure that we have taken a new data frame, df is equal to df dot comsum. So cumulatively it has shown the column a b c d and whatever the values is there. Okay, so it will be quite interesting to visualize this graph. Now if you want to import any data, you can use a df. If you want to export any data, to csv function is used. So basically you can give file name in double quote, file this extension followed by if in indexing position you required or not. So if you hit it, so uh, it will be saved in your local folder. So my local folder, if I want to check, it is percentage pwd, current working directory is pc. So it will be saved in my pc location. Likewise, if you want to read this file, so what you need to do, file name dot their extension in double quotation. So I will get this file, read, I can read this file. Okay, so this is a master class for this pandas library. Hope you like it. If you have any question, feel free to ask in comment section by commenting your queries. I will try to answer your all questions. Thank you very much for watching this video.